Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about the new update that is coming to VJBase and also the update that is coming to Half-Life Resurgence. And to begin with, we'll first talk about the changes that are coming to VJBase itself. And the version is called 2.15.3, which is, as you can tell, not a big number change. That's because the update is not too big. So to begin with, the first feature that's, I think, pretty big that a lot of people have been asking for is adding a combine ball to the AR2 weapon that NPCs can fire. And to do this, what we did was we replicated the Half-Life 2 combine ball using Lua. So this allows developers, if they're making an add-on on VJBase, to also use this combine ball for whatever um, weapon or NPC that they're making. Now to quickly demo how it works, I'll spawn a bullseye here, and I'll spawn a couple of Combine Elites. Just to let you know, it works very similar to, for example, the SMG-1, where NPCs can fire a grenade. It's basically similar, but obviously the Combine Ball is much more powerful. I'm gonna spawn a couple, just to make sure at least one of them fires it, since it's kind of random. And hopefully one of them fires it. You'll hear a sound. It does move very fast, and it can very easily kill the armor that it is. So it is dangerous. First, can tell the combine ball works very similar to the Half-Life 2 one. You can also grab it with your gravity gun, if you can. Well, usually that'll be easier to fire. Alright. Now, aside from the addition of the combine ball, let me just remove that. What else I did is that I added a system where NPCs do not quickly go back to idle after they're out of combat. So to give an example, let's say a soldier kills a zombie, and as soon as it kills it, before it would just quickly go back to idle. And this has annoyed me for a while, and I wanted to do this for a while actually, so I finally got around to making this system, and it's also customizable for developers. There's a variable, basically, it controls the transition between combat to idle. Now by default, this is about 6 seconds at max, between like 4 to 6 seconds, but again, developers can change this for their own NPCs. To give an example, I'm gonna spawn a zombie and a combine soldier here behind cover so it doesn't move. And what you are gonna notice is after he kills the zombie, notice that he's not back to idle, if you notice the stance. And now he's back to idle. If you know how the base works, you know that before it would have quickly gone back to this position, which is the default idle position. But as you can tell, it was still aiming the gun for a little bit. Well, let's demo it again. Maybe we'll take one more. So, not an NPC. As you can see, we're still aiming. So, it is a pretty cool feature. And, yeah, it makes the combat look more natural. Now, other than those two main new features, there has been a lot of fixes, including a bug that has a lot of people been reporting since the last GMod update. This was the bug that came with the weapon base. It never appeared for me, but I did add a code that would hopefully keep it from appearing to other people. But yeah, we'll see. Other than that, there has been a couple other small changes, like in the menus. For example, let's say contact and sport. There's a better font here. There's been a couple of other small changes in the menus. And also, this is more technical, but NPCs now ignore monster underscore genetic, which is a common entity seen throughout Half-Life 1. So hopefully this will make the campaign a little smoother if you use HLR NPCs, because now they will ignore those entities. Before they would see it as enemy and it was weird. Now for the changes that are coming to Half-Life Resurgence, the list is a lot bigger than the one from BJ Base, but I'll go over some of them in this video, and the rest you can always read about it in the change mod. So to begin with, one thing I think a lot of people might have noticed is the NPCs on the Half-Life 2 list, or I should say source. They have new spawn icons, as you can tell, the Combine, or the main characters, or the Citizen, Rebels, and stuff. This is because we felt like the old spawn icons were not that good, and hopefully these new ones are much better for everybody. But yeah, that's a small little change. And also, actually talking about Half-Life 2, the Combine have received some new sounds when they detect a zombie. We demo this real quick. And you might hear some new sounds. This also works for other types of zombies. I don't have any other add-ons right now to showcase that, but any NPC that's class zombie, they have new sounds for them. Also, Alex has new animations, as you can see. She walks. Let me just make her follow
Dr.
me.
Freeman, I presume.
Lead the way.
As you can see, there's a bunch of new animations. The reason why we did this is because the old ones were a little bit way too snappy, and this one just fits her personality better, and it's the one that's used in Half-Life 2 anyway, so it's more original as well. Now to go to Gold Source real quick, we have added two new features that a lot of people have requested. First is a visual. Well, both of them are technically visual. So Dr. Keller, let me just turn this off
Dr.
again,
Green,
now moves its mouth
we
when it
should go this
talks.
way.
Same with the pausing force human grunts.
Have you seen any other soldiers from my platoon? Negative, sir.
See? Their mouth moves. Those two NPCs basically just small little visual change, but I know a lot of people have requested that. Another thing is the barnacle grabbing animations that a lot of people have requested. At the moment, this is still a test, and we have only added it for the scientists. But we are planning to add it to rest of the NPCs that have animations, for example, the security guards. But to demo it, before, as you know, NPCs would just go up, no animation. But now, scientists, which have this new code applied, have an animation when they're being grabbed, which looks much better than how it looked before. Now, in an update after this one, we are hoping to add it to all the NPCs that have animations. Other than the security guard, I believe human grunts might have the animation for it as well, and maybe a couple more NPCs, but yeah, if they haven't, we'll add it. Other than that, there's also another small feature. Rats can now be gibbed. Oh, didn't give it. Well, the body can also be gibbed. Also, a lot of updates and mostly changes and fixes actually for the auto replace. Um, all the specific fixes will be in the changelog, but it's a lot of stuff that people have reported and they're now fixed, and it's basically much more smoother now. Other than those, Bull Squid has also received a new animation when you do heavy damage to it. As you can see, flips back. That's a new animation. This animation was unused in Half-Life 1, but we decided to add it. And again, it only plays if you do heavy damage to it. Now, other than those changes, there are other stuff too, but it would be a lot to talk about it in the video. I highly recommend everybody to just read the changelog. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, thumbs it up, subscribe if you'd like. And also, just a note, the update should be out when this video is uploaded.